Hi, I'm Delia. I'm the owner of Brown's Cheese, and we are here today to talk all about pizza. We're going to make a white pizza, and we're going to use one of our pre-baked sourdough pizza bases. Good flavor, and so these are really simple. You can just keep them in your freezer and then literally top them and make your pizza. The first step with making pizza, if you're using an actual pizza oven, is to have the pizza peel. And then, because these are pre-baked, they're not going to stick as badly, but if you were to use dough, they would stick. So you need to use a little bit of ugali on the pizza peel so that it doesn't stick. And then you would put your pizza on. And for this white, we're going to actually use a pesto rather than a mozzarella. So this is a beautiful pesto. So we're actually going to top this with green pesto. And we're going to add crumbled ricotta to the topping. If you like goat cheese, you can also add some goat cheese to it. Goat cheese will give it a little bit more of a tang as well. We add a little bit of garlic for all of us garlic lovers. A little bit of sun-dried tomato. And then we're going to add a tiny bit of bocconcini, the soft mozzarella balls. And when you use bocconcini, you don't grate them, you just break them. As they do in Italy, they break the mozzarella onto the pizza, they never grate the mozzarella. All right? So you literally just take these and put little broken balls of mozzarella. Right, I think this one's ready to hit the pizza oven. This is an uni pizza oven, so they're super, super hot. You can see how hot we are there. So this literally has to be turned and managed like a professional pizza oven. This will cook in maybe 3 minutes or so. So when you make a white pizza, the ricotta doesn't melt like mozzarella. So you get more of a dry pizza like that. That's got sun-dried tomatoes, fresh basil, ricotta, and bocconcini and pesto. We've got butter in the pan and we're just browning the whole garlic cloves. So for this sauce, you actually don't chop garlic. You use the whole cloves in butter and the taste of the garlic will infuse the butter. Now we're going to add our tins of tomato. So what we're going to do is just cook down that tomato with the garlic. We can also put in a little bit of thyme, which we'll remove, and an onion as well. And cook down the sauce. This is the super, super hot cast iron that has been in the oven. We're going to remove it, and then we're going to put our base onto here. Put our pizza sauce. So a little bit of tip on the pizza sauce. We've been cooking that away on the stove. We're going to just mash it a little bit. You want your pizza sauce to be pretty dry, so this is still pretty wet. I would probably cook this till about double the dryness, because the more moisture in your pizza sauce, you get like a soggy pizza base. So you actually want to really dry this sauce off and it to be about half this moisture. We're going to make a little pizza now just so I can show you. I still quite like having a little bit of the texture of the tomato. If you don't, you can blend the sauce to get a smooth sauce. So it depends on what you like. Then we're going to top it with mozzarella. I like putting a little bit of the shredded mozzarella on the bottom. And then whatever toppings you would like. I'm going to use a few broken black olives here. You can use any toppings you like. And then what I like to do is use a few broken bocconcini on the top as well. These are those high moisture mozzarella. And then the good trick is to add your herbs after the pizza's been cooked. If you add the herbs before, they burn in the oven. And so you actually want to add your basil or oregano after you've finished making your pizza. That looks pretty good. We're going to throw that into the oven. Very, very hot home oven. So when you're making them at home, you want to turn them maybe once, because your fan oven will be hotter at the back there than at the front. So I like to turn it just a little bit. That looks almost ready. We're going to transfer this onto our board. So we are going to make a loaded pizza here. We're actually going to mix. We're going to use a little trick that my kids like to do if you like cheese, is to put this cheese on the bottom before the sauce. In the US, the deep dish pizzas are made in this style where you hide extra cheese under the sauce. Then we're going to add our sauce. This is a really good texture now. You can see it's pretty dry. So it's not going to ruin the base of your pizza. And I think for this one, we're going to load it up with lots of things. So we're going to use some ham. This is going to be a meat lovers one. And some sausage, some garlic, freshly ground garlic, some black olives. So when you're putting a lot of toppings, it's a really good idea to hide some of the cheese underneath like that. Because if you put too many toppings, it can make your pizza go soggy. So some people love pizzas like this, right? We've put everything we got on here. It'll taste pretty good, but you got to be careful on your base. It'll work well with these pre-cooked bases, but if you were using freshly rolled dough, this would be kind of too heavy, and it would make your pizza base really soggy. So they cook pretty fast in the home oven when you use the hot cast iron. If you were to use a pan that's not preheated, it would take much longer in the oven. So we just want to talk about toppings. Once your pizzas come out of the oven, it's good to put your fresh herbs on top. So this is some oregano, so it's really good to put that after you've cooked it. If you put it on before, you get a burnt, charred herb. But if you put it on after, you get that lovely fragrance of the oregano. You can also do the same with basil. And then initially, I also love like making a rocket salad and serving it with the rocket salad on the top like that. This is Rebecca from Green Spoon, and she's here to taste some wonderful pizzas that we just made this morning. So we've got a little meat lovers one with a gluten-free base there. We've got a white pizza with pesto and ricotta, and we've got a margarita there with a sourdough base. So you can try, this is the simpler classic.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about pizza?
I think I love anything with barbecue, like
Oh, okay.
chicken, beef. But for this, the olives, yeah, and then again it's crunchy. Yeah.
The texture. So texture is really important in
Yeah.
pizza.
Well, it's sweet. There's also a sweet taste. I'm not sure from.
And like a milky taste
Yeah.
from the fresh mozzarella.
Yeah.
This is Grace from Green Spoon. She's here with us to taste some wonderful pizzas that we just made this morning. It's a nice margarita pizza there with olives and sun-dried tomatoes. Lots of mozzarella, fresh mozzarella.